Hey guys, welcome to Sumo Bully Kennels. This is Earl again. Today I want to talk about feed and nutrition and why we decided to go full raw diet, no kibble for feeding our dogs. First of all, we made a commitment to get into this industry and become a quality breeder, and therefore we invested in quality dogs. In the research of researching for quality dogs and pedigrees, the other part that kind of was in the back of my mind was the feed, right? And I tried different dog foods. We fed our dogs, with kibble, have like canned food, and watched some videos on YouTube in terms of barf diet, raw diet, and started experimenting with it, incorporating it with our kibble. And come to find now, it's been roughly 10 days that we've been feeding our dogs raw diet only, no kibble. And so I really like the results. I can see it in the dogs, especially if you're a dog person. You look at the consistency of the poo. I know that's an awkward thing to talk about. However, it has changed in this 10 days. So for us, let me just give you a basic recap, right? In terms of quality of a dog, structure, and pedigree, that's one thing, right? What else can give us a competitive edge when it comes to raising our puppies and really showing the structure of our dogs? And in my research, I found that it's the feed. It's no different than an athlete, right? So let's make this comparison, right? Regardless of the sport. So if we have two athletes trained by the same coach that have the same knowledge, given that they're the same size, where do you get your competitive edge? It's nutrition and conditioning, right? So I made my picks with dogs, and the genetics are there. What can I control as a breeder for a competitive edge? For me, it's the feed and the conditioning. And therefore, we made a choice to go full raw. And I don't want to talk bad about kibble. I got nothing against the kibble industry. But for me, a lot of their stuff is 50 to 70% fillers after I've done my research. And so if my dog is consuming 100% of something and only 30% to 40% of that is bioavailable and actually benefiting my dog, then in essence, the 50% that my dog does not absorb because it's fillers is throwaway, it's garbage, it's fill. And I want my dog to have 100% of the nutrition that he needs or she needs when she eats food, right? Because that first 2 years for a dog is the most important in the developmental stage. And watching other breeders, watching other videos, doing my own research online, I come up with my own formula, which is kind of a piece of a lot of information that I got out there. I didn't create this formula. It's just learning from other people, good people in our industry who really put the passion into this. So now that we're set with our dogs, now it's about focusing on feed and nutrition and conditioning, right? So what do I feed? I feed chicken. I grind chicken with carrots, green beans, garlic, diatomaceous earth, and pumpkin, I'm sorry. And we only supplement with NuVet Plus, which is your complete vitamins and minerals, and NuJoint Plus DS. Because we have a fast growing breed that from 8 weeks to a year, a dog, you can get a dog at 8 weeks at 18 pounds, and within 12 months, this dog is 100 pounds plus, right? It's a fast growing breed, and we have to really protect their joints, the soft tissues, because they're putting on more weight than their structure can support as puppies, which can cause some east-west or things like that, things that we don't like in our breed, because everyone wants those straight feet, H-frame, nice flat top lines. And if I can control those things through nutrition, right, I'm going to do that. I want to give my dogs the best opportunity to develop that structure because I can't fix something genetic. However, what I can control is the food and their conditioning, and what I can do to prevent some of these problems from occurring through research, to be honest. Again, I didn't innovate any of this. So with that said, very basic, few ingredients. We invested in this grinder. Today, I'm grinding 6 packages of chicken, about 35, 40 pounds a box. If you guys see the, some of the stuff we have here, a ton of carrots, ton of green beans, ton of pumpkin, diatomaceous herbs, some garlic, and our supplements, of course. And so I really want you guys to think about that. I know there's a lot of us that are very passionate about this industry, really put so much time and so much money into these dogs because this is our passion, it's our hobby. For some of us, this is our lifestyle and living. Really think about what you feed your dog. For me, it only makes sense. So everything for me starts with a process, right? Set up this table, set up my grinder, got my production line here, right? Everything I think about how I'm going to do this effectively and efficiently, right? And that's time management, and that's quality control. And so after I grind all this stuff, I store it, put it into my freezer that I invested in. Actually, with raw stuff, your dogs can get parasites. However, when you freeze the food, that kills all the parasites so that when you thaw the food out and feed it, now that's no longer a concern. So with that said, guys, I'm going to be grinding all day today. And these 6 boxes of chickens that you see and everything here will probably give me 17 to 18 days of feed. And it's probably going to cost me about 6 hours of work to put it all together and freeze it and package it. However, it's a labor of love. I love this. I decided to get into this industry and make a commitment to these dogs to be a better breeder and produce quality dogs. And therefore, for me, it not only one side of the bracket is the bloodline, the structure, the pedigree. The other side is nutrition and conditioning. And therefore, those two I could definitely control. And so that's why we do this every other week. And so for you guys watching and seeing this, if you're interested in this, we have a link in the description for our product code for NuVet Plus and NuJoint Plus. If you want to try it, order it, definitely click the link below. It'll already have the code and take it to the site, and use our promo code to get a discount. Other than that, guys, I just want to leave you with one thought, is what are you feeding your dog, right? And how much of that feed is fill versus what's beneficial to your dog. For me, I keep my ingredients simple and exactly what they need. Everything that you see here, there are no fillers. This is everything here is bioavailable for my dog and has a purpose. So think about that in your program, because lastly, what do we pay for kibble, right? A quality kibble. You buy a 40-pound bag for $80, $90. That's like $2 a pound. Everything you see here, my cost is probably $1.50, $1.35 to $1.50 a pound, depends when things are on sale. And it's 100% bioavailable, 100% healthy for my dog. There is no throwaway, right? So how would you like to buy? I'll put it like this. I'll simplify it. If you bought 12 eggs, right, and you can only use 8 of those eggs, the other 5 you got to throw away. That's the perspective I want you to think about. Is that you bought 12 eggs, but you got to throw 5 away because they're rotten or they're no good. So when you buy food, regardless of what kind of food it is, it's the same concept, right? If only 30%, 40% of that food is actually good for your dog and the rest of it is not, then you might want to consider why you're buying that food and try to come up with your own alternative options. With that said, guys, thanks very much for watching. Again, this is Earl with Sumo Bully Kennels, committed to quality and excellence.